about to feel it. On the real, that's just how I see it. This ain't beef, I'm just killing chicken. Leave them stinking like a pot of chili. Might not smell it, but you got to feel it. I'm be real at the end, been real at the beginning. I've shedded tears, but not in prison. Signed with sincerely, but didn't start with dilly. We ain't friends, don't know why you're talking to me. I know it's a sin, but I sock it to him. Crack from his chin to his shin, don't fool with me. If things break down, I got that tool with me. Charcoal black, like I came down the chimney. You all rap, if I spit it out, then you know I meant it. Even if you stayed on my couch, just stay out my business. We stay the same through the drought, you just not connected. We plugged in like electricity to your house and send it. On the real, that's just how I see it. This ain't beef, I'm just killing shit.
Yeah, I got some wild child. Trust me. But hey, nevertheless, open bill. Definitely drop me. What's going on, sis? Kenya? I got the sister Kenya in the building.
Hey.
Y'all, this y'all first time, but we be doing our thing on TikTok.
I was trying to put my picture up for my avatar, but like I can get to the picture and then I can get to the part where you measure it out or whatever, but then what? So I'll figure it out later.
Exactly. Let me see. Oh yeah, what we was touching on Akenaten. I'm gonna pull up some images on Akenaten and stir some stuff up because a lot of people won't let us speak this, especially TikTok. They so lame. Like
they're all sensitive. They're a bunch of snitches, and they're sensitive. This is like the third room I got kicked out of today on TikTok.
All right, hold on. Here we go.
Now I was being nice. I don't even know why she getting in her feelings. I just told her to slow down. Okay. Now I read. Hold on, real quick. Now I read today that when it came to Akenaten, the 15th, I guess Pharaoh, his name starts with an H, and they said he was by common birth, that he did a lot of things to face Akhenaten, and then some pharaoh, I think his grandfather or his father, and his name was like AY, and like they defaced him, and like so I guess people wouldn't know what he looked like, but then they got these pictures up, so that's weird. Like if you go look at his mummy, though, his mummy does not look like he is melanated.
You know, we talking about something that can devour the sun, so to speak.
Okay, how you doing there, Gemini 9? Sister say happy Saturday. That's real. You know, I'm a proud pagan. You know what I mean? I ain't no, either you're a Christian or a pagan. You know what I'm saying? It really ain't no way around that. They're going to consider you a pagan unless you're Christian. So I'm a pagan. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? That don't mean I do what all the pagans do. I'm just in that box. It's like saying flat earther. We just use that term to, just to say that we don't believe in no globe. Point blank. We know NASA lying.
I never really took the time out to think about the planet.
Mm-hmm.
But it does, the ball doesn't make sense to me though,
Yeah.
because that means people that
Unless we
are
ants.
like
Ants. Yeah, unless we ants.
upside down. Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
And speaking on Akenaten, right? This definitely gonna get it stirred up. Cause I did this some years back with my brother,
Like,
Crumb TV. And at the end of it, we talked about Akenaten. And it kind of like went on
you
another
can
level.
look up Yorgomanda and put it. That represents
This was called the Sun versus
the
Saturn.
ancestor of the trilobite. All creatures in the world with the spine are reptilian. So even everything that's an invertebrate, so all vertebrates are reptilians. You know that reptilians, all of them don't have bones. So even invertebrates are reptilian as well as vertebrates. We all are reptilian. The most ancient ancestor of all of the animal kingdom is the trilobite. So that's a reptilian. And we follow suit after that.
Could you give us your thoughts, all in all, in terms of Set? Is he the devil? Is he bad? Is he the original God? How should we feel about him? So on and so forth.
I mean, I feel like we should kind of like get more of a grasp. Like we don't need to have such a tier, an upper tier and a lower tier of gods. Like we need to just balance it out, and understand what our Mount Olympus is, and just reverence all of our gods, study all of them, because all of these are different priesthood. So fall in where you belong, live in accordance to the laws of my act. You feel me? And if we were to really study our ancient ways, we would fall into one of the priesthood of Set or of Horus, like even being the word Moor. A Moor, man, we cannot just be, people think they can be Moors just, going to a temple or getting the right paperwork. None of that, it makes you a Moor. It's not even about skin. Man, a Moor is a high priest of Anu. So we got to get into the priesthood of all this. The high priest of Set, the high priest of Horus. If you want to be a Moor, a real Moor, you have to be a high priest of Anu. And all hail Anu, and all hail Set, all hail Horus. I just want to shout out all the gods because I'm a polytheistic, person trying to bring it back. Because if I have to, end this on a note, that's gonna start something else. But the truth is, to me, Akenaten is like a traitor. Akenaten, he switched up on all of the gods. So Akenaten brung you one god, which led you down to, just a closed mind. And I'm calling him out,
Damn, Gina, in my best Martin voice. Yo, oh my God. But I kind of feel you on that, because that monotheistic thing really put us in a box, and we think, well, I can't give, because even if we look in America at the so-called Aboriginal, they or the Indians, whatever you want to call them, they said they gave honor to all spirits. The spirit of the water, the spirit of the animals, the spirit, the spirit in the trees. Go watch the movie Pocahontas. Pocahontas was talking to the weeping willow.
I say, Buddha was enlightened under the Bodhi tree. The ancient Druids, which I strive to be a Druid. The Druids, they learned from the trees. I mean, that's what made the Bible and books so important, is because they are made of papyrus. These books love me more, just as much as I love them. Because guess what? If I don't read it, they still talking to me, bro. Still absorbing all that's around me. I might as well just live in the library and channel all the energy and feed it back to the people, because that's what we can do. We Druids, baby.
In addition to that, when we look at the Pocahontas movie where she was talking to the willow that was leading her spiritually, in terms of Egypt, let me see if I can pull this up. I believe it was Osiris who was represented through the willow as well. Let me see, can I hit all? The willow tree was also sacred in Egypt, as it was a tree that was said to have grown up around Osiris. Okay, bear with me. I was a little bit off. And I believe I see a picture right here of some. Now, this picture, this is a woman inside the willow where we can see it relates a little bit more to Pocahontas. But nonetheless, getting back to what you were saying, what is the problem? The problem is where Akenaten and the family who may not know who that is, that's King Tut's daddy.
Yeah.
Nefertiti's husband.
Yeah.
In addition to that, family, let me get in Akenaten's ass really quickly, family. Let me get in his ass really quickly.
Yeah.
Akenaten had a real slim face, like that girl from Waiting to Exhale who set that boy Angela Bassett. Akenaten had a slim face like Angela Bassett. Akenaten had wide hips like Nicki Minaj. Akenaten had an A cup like Rihanna. A lot of people said, not just me, family, even Dr. Phil Valentine, even Bobby Hemmett, a lot of people will tell you something was up with Akenaten. He was either a hermaphrodite, a fucking alien. Go back and look at Family Guy. Go back and hold on, family. I'm not playing with y'all right now. I'm not playing with y'all.
Hey, don't forget to show him Obama and Akenaten. But I know what you're saying, though, because they say Akenaten was the first female on the throne. You say he was an woman. I know what you're getting at.
Let's look at the, I forgot his name. Somebody type his name in. I don't remember. Roger. That's his name, Roger. Look at Roger's face. It's slender. Look at Roger's hips. They're wide. Look at Roger's breast. That's an A cup. A cup. Akenaten. Hold on. I gotta find a full body. See, this is the thing. Ooh, look at, where do you think they got the idea of Roger from Family Guy from? A slim face, wide hips, a A cup. That fuck around, family. That might be a B cup. That might be a B cup.
Yeah.
All my ladies know. If the fellas don't know what I'm talking about, the ladies know. That might be a B cup.
Yeah.
So now when we dealing with Akenaten, Akenaten brought us monotheism.
Yeah.
You done turned your back on all of the gods and pronounce yourself to be a god alone?
Yep. Yep. And not even a primordial.
Johnny come lately. Damn, Gina. Johnny come lately.
Yep. It's like, hey, it's like be Christian or die. You know?
In addition to that, if you go look in King Tut's tomb, he has daggers. One of the daggers is made from meteorite. That meteorite his father gave from him. If you go, because, you know, when we're dealing with the gods, when we're dealing with the royalty, you know who they mama is, who they daddy is, who they brothers are. Go and look who Akenaten's mama, daddy, brothers are. He don't got none. He don't got none. Where the hell did Akenaten come from? You just appeared out of nowhere. Or they were like, oh no, so-and-so was his daddy, but he ain't got no pictures with his daddy. So-and-so was his mama, but he ain't got no picture. Go and look. Whoever they say Akenaten's mama is, go find a picture with her. Can't find none. But then if you go and look at Akenaten, hold on. But if you go and look at Akenaten and go and look at his family portrait, hold on. Nefertiti and Akenaten. Go look at their family portrait. Everybody knows them. Everybody. Go look at their head. Look at their heads, family. This is Akenaten's family. That's Akenaten's family. Now go look at Roger from Family Guy. Roger from Family Guy. Look at Roger's head. Akenaten was a goddamn alien. Are y'all playing with me? Y'all better stay woke, family. Y'all better stay woke.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing of Roger from Family Guy is a play on Akenaten.
Yeah.
But with that said, we've already hit on 1 hour. And the only reason we bringing up Akenaten is because Akenaten spit in the face of the rest of the primordial gods, including Horus and Set, aka the Sun and Saturn. That's all I got for your family. So with that said, brother, I'm gonna let you say your words and then I'm gonna close out.
I mean, you know. Yeah, hey, that's just to let you know you in the right place, sis. You know, I know you fell out of place over there in on TikTok because they was with the bush. I got the brother on code 24/7 in the building.
What's up, family?
What's going on, brother?
Not much, man. I'm honored, man, to be on here with y'all, man. Two of the
Sure,
great.
man. We glad to have you, man. Hey,
Yes, sir.
man, I be about to tell people, man, that hey, your channel's like my backup channel or something, man, because you got it going on over there. Hey, but y'all definitely subscribe to Encore 24/7. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank
The
you.
brother going in. Hey, the best stuff you could possibly find or think of on YouTube, he collected it, man. He putting it down over there. For real.
Man, I learned from y'all, believe it or not. Y'all two, my biggest inspiration.
Hey, I see it and I love it. Shoot, because you showing growth. You ain't just where we like to the level we brought you. Now you higher than that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't stopped growing. Every time you learn something, it seems like you just keep sprouting, brother. So shoot, I ain't gonna lie, you've been teaching me with some of the stuff you've been dropping. Man, some of them videos, bro, is real in depth. So it's more than I already knew. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. I'm humbled and honored, man. I'm humbled and honored, man.
Hey, we got the sister Kenya up here with us. I brought her from TikTok, man. They was treating her for talking the same stuff me and Chrome was just talking. They treated her like an outcast, like, oh, she's a nut. Man, this woman is crazy. So I had to bring over here where she could be at home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, I always say, man, free thinkers unite, man. Critical thinkers unite.
So,
No, I had to.
Go ahead.
No, I say I learned that in nature, man. Everything catch up with its kind. You know what I mean?
Yep, that's real.
Yeah, I'm used to it though. They're all small-minded. They're still all stuck in the matrix. They're all still thinking with their program mind. So it is what it is.
Yeah, just don't become what you hate. You know, some people, you said you can't beat them, join them. You know what I mean? But then you coming off your square to get on theirs. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Oh yeah, never that. We learned that with our people, how we try all these years to be equal, and they didn't even want to make us equal. And now that I said too little, too late, they don't understand. Now I stand in my power, and now I know I'm not equal. So
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
but like, yeah, so Akhenaten had 6 daughters, and through parthenogenesis, you automatically have a girl. And then King Tut was said to be his son, but yet they found King Tut had breast, and they found 2 girl fetuses that they said was King Tut's kids, that was buried with him. So I'm thinking that Akhenaten was a woman, and then they talked about them defacing a lot of things and trying to erase Akhenaten out of history. So
Hey, I just wanted to add, vowels interchangeable. So when you think of Tut, it almost made me think of Tit. You know what I mean? You change that U to an I. Most of this stuff be feminine anyway. A lot of the deeper stuff. I'm glad you touched on parthenogenesis because you talk about pushback. People don't even believe that's true, more or less possible. You know what I mean?
I mean, we see it in nature. I mean, condors do it, sharks do it,
Mm-hmm.
reptiles do it, and they just found some mole voles. I think they're called Caucasian mole voles that no longer have the X chromosome.
Mm-hmm.
So it's done in nature. So why wouldn't we do it?
Yeah, then they say a lot of the pharaohs were cross dressing. I mean, I don't know how true it is, but I've heard that before that they was cross dressing and almost that was like a higher form of consciousness or maybe honoring the female energy by kind of impersonating it.
Or maybe they were just female, and
Mm.
they were just saying they were cross dressing because they're trying to make it a male dominant world, and they didn't want to admit that this is what we were doing. And with parthenogenesis, they said that we got pregnant by the sun, and you see how Akhenaten is worshiping and honoring the sun.
Mm. He looked like he got breast in that picture straight up.
And look pregnant. If you look at the Nefertiti behind him, she's flat stomach and he has like a little pudge.
Mm-hmm. I was talking to some brothers the other day in the chat, and I was saying, the Spanish language teach us that things that end in vowels is feminine. And a lot of these words, like Ra, you kind of saying ah, you're not really
Mhm.
pronouncing the H, even though they got the consonant at the end. And I just came to that thought with the sun being circular and, most feminine nature essence is curved. So I'm like, they try to masculinize it by putting the H on the end, the silent H. You know what I mean?
Also, in ancient times, the sun was feminine, the planets were feminine, so as above, so below.
Mm-hmm. I kind of thought that too, being as though the first letter of sun was the curve itself. You know what I mean? The double curve itself. So that thought crossed my mind too before.
And then also, oh, what was I going to say? I forgot. Yeah, so, oh, God, I forgot. Never mind. But yeah, I like, for some reason, I've been on this kick on Akhenaten for like the last week. I mean, just like staying up for like 40, 40 hours, sleeping for a couple hours. And it's just like I'm consumed for some reason.
Yeah, I mean the knowledge is, attractive. Your energy, you know what I mean? It draw you to it.
Yeah, I just also want to say divine feminine and divine masculine. I'm thinking, like, I know a lot of people don't subscribe to the Bible, but I think at first it was single, it was woman, and then when the tree of good and evil, and when they made in Genesis 1:26, when they made man and women together, I think that's when duality was brought in. And
See,
then
that's what Elohim, like I remember you were saying earlier, but Elohim really means her and him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
That's why they say they came together and made, now man is likened unto us. You feel me? Like the parents, basically. You feel me?
Mm. And then you got to think about the word Genesis. We call sis, that's like sister, that's feminine. And we know
yeah, I heard
Gen.
it was,
Huh?
sorry. I said I heard it was the generations of ISIS.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That etymology be the key.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that makes sense what you said about Elohim is him and her. That would explain the him and her that they did in Genesis 1:26. And then Lord God made a separate
Mm-hmm.
creation,
Mm-hmm.
which I take Lord God as like half man, half God, because I see Lord as a a term given to like a king or a master, or like a man term.
I got my brother Rap Star in the building. You know, he over there across the pond in London. So I always shout my brother. I got PNF in the building. Cherie Reed, L Earth God, you know, Gemini 9, L God. I got the real ones in the building. Ebony Ma. Okay. Let me make sure I put your comment up there.
And then I also know with the letter T, when it comes to, I guess, the Kemetic language, the T is feminine. So like we have Mayat. And so like I always, when I saw the KMT, they said KM means black, and then they try to say it's land or soil or whatever, but the T is woman. So black woman, the KMT.
You know, in Spanish they call they auntie Titi. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's deep. Yeah, we do that. We do that all day in our coach.
Almost like
In my neck of the woods.
The teeth. You know what I mean? The teeth you get life from.
Yep. Yeah, like a T Jones. Yeah.
So, hey, you already know, brother Loyal. You can hit that link. UP and F, all the real ones, man. Y'all already know. I wish you would. I wish a motherfucker would. You know what I'm saying?
If you the 18th dynasty, like I was telling him, I went down the 18th
dynasty. Tap that link, Light Bearer. Been a while.
Yeah, I think the 18th dynasty were all women for sure, because there's throne names. I mean, of course, we have like Amenhotep, but if you go look at the throne names, they start with the letter A or T. I mean, not start, but end with the letter A or T. And then like 18, so it's 1 + 8 is 9, and then it's 15 pharaohs. So 1 + 5 is 6. So that's the 3, 6, 9. Well, it's not the 3, but it's the 6 and the 9.
Hey, you know, I was thinking about putting together a presentation trying to bring the concept of feminine energy into connecting the dots. And one of those was the Fibonacci sequence of how the 3 and the 6 and the 9 got the curves and the humps. And with the Fibonacci sequence being curved and circular, you know, the universe and the spiral, all that circular nature tying into the womb, you know what I mean? The womb man. Like, what y'all think about that?
That would be a good idea.
I was going to tie it into the water, you know what I mean? And the moon. And
so do you think the moon is natural? Or do you think, like me personally, I think it's like someone watching us, because we see it at night and we see it during the day. And I feel like it's the all-seeing eye that they said they found with Enlil. I think it was some satellite or something. And I feel like someone's watching us.
Yeah, to me, it's like the eye of Odin. You know what I mean? It's like the eye of Odin.
And Odin, that's Norse, right?
I mean, I know they kind of demonize the eye, and you know the verdict is out. I ain't gonna, you know, put a stamp on it, but I will say the correlation of what we call ourselves in first person is I. So that kind of leads me to believe that it's not, you know, evil. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's not evil at all. I mean, to me, anything that we see that they use is our old symbolisms, like the Confederate flag, the swastika, the all-seeing eye. They use it maybe not for good, but that was our stuff.
Shit, I heard an interesting concept by this brother. He a Nuwapian. He online, but he was talking about Sirius A and the cat. He was saying that more means like black cat head, and the panther and the pantheon, but he kind of tied it into the secret society of the leopard men. Y'all ever heard of the leopard men? Yeah, I did a little piece on it, but they were saying that the first secret society was kind of based off Ogun, you know, Ogun, like the blacksmith. Freemasonry kind of deal with, masonry bricks and mortar type shit. So they were saying that the Leopard Men was the first secret society of the knowledge, sort of like fraternal situation.
See the copper color.
Mm-hmm.
That's like I always say, they can have Egypt over there, but we'll take Kemet over here.
Mm-hmm. We call our females Kim. You know what I mean? That's a feminine Kemet. And at kind of feminized something, the majorettes. You know what I mean?
And I look at the pyramids, like the pyramids over there are apex pyramids, and they're like a hierarchy. So at the top you have the king and the queen, at the bottom you have the peasants. But then when you come to the Americas, they're more like step pyramids. So it's kind of like everybody can step their way to the top. Everyone can get a chance to be on top. It's not just one group or one family that's on the top. Everybody gets a chance.
Kind of like the recycling pyramid. I just keep spinning around. Or sort of like with the real life trinity of how when the mother and the father had a son, the child grow up and then start its own, like the triangle keep rotating almost.
Yeah, that's all I live by. Everything has to be at least a trinity in my life. To the point where I have 3 daughters. All their initials are TB, and my last daughter's name is Trinity.
Yeah, they plugged in, they tapped in.
That was just by chance. Well, nothing's by chance. But I know that now, but